all, staying on InvestFest for a minute. So you also are a vendor. You've been a vendor for a while, right? And then you have an interesting success story. So can you talk about your experience as how did you get involved in being a vendor, and talk about I think you made $300,000, something like that.
I did. So shout out to Neo. I give him his credit where his credit is due. We can't ball, but it's okay.
Thank you for telling him that.
Neo think he can beat everybody in anything.
Clip that up,
please. We have a pool rivalry, a billiards rivalry, so he think he could just play me in anything. But Neo actually was the one that told me about InvestFest. He said, Shayla, you need to come to this. You need to come to Atlanta. So my first event, we actually entered late as a vendor. We were all the way in the back, like 900s or something like that. And we still, we pulled up, and I made $300K that weekend.
When you was in the back? In the back.
How'd
you do it?
All right, hack. I brought my closers with me. I put them on the floor. So at my booth was surrounded with nothing but closers. And then, of course, we had people, with signs and everything like that. But we also made sure that our banners and everything, we spoke the pain point. So we told you your pain point. We told you your issue. You're not making money with your voice right now. You are dealing with speaking anxiety and fear. You need to learn how to make your voice become a business and your intellectual property a business. So we actually told them the paper, and that's how we were able to do it.
And you were selling your coaching services?
Yes, we were doing services, digital products, as well as high ticket coaching.
So that was year one.
That's year one.
So you came back for year two.
Came back for year two.
Talk to us.
And crushed it. We did about a $500K. Yeah. And so now this year, our third year, we decided, you know what? Nah, we about to be next to the, to the Neos and stuff like that. So we decided to say, let's go ahead and just get a 20 by 20. And also just help, show people how to nail the elevator pitch in 60 seconds. Just give advice. We have to be very careful because I am a pitch judge, but we want to just give basic advice. Whether it's InvestFest or anyone, how do you just overcome speaking anxiety, right? How you're able to just be able to let people know who you are on the floor in the actual, because that's where a lot of the magic happens. And a lot of people, because they deal with speaking anxiety is not just on stage, it's even in the marketplace. They don't know how to approach someone. They don't know how to go up and share their advice or share their brand or say who they are, and then they let the bag go. They let opportunities pass by because of it. Yeah. So we want to show people how to work the room as well.
Yeah. So speaking of the future guidance, let's talk about your industry. Obviously, over the past couple of years, have you seen an influx as we see more entrepreneurs? And you said they're the billboard for the brand, and they have to speak. Yeah. Talk about the influx of people that are now coming to get the services.
Yeah, we're seeing younger and younger. We're in an entrepreneurial generation. So I call myself a geriatric millennial. So for me, I'm in the 80s, right?
Give me some.
We're in the 80s, yeah. But I'm between like that generation where my mom was like, save, go to school, get a degree, work for people. But then I'm in this whole other generation where it's just like, nah, we investing, we taking risks. We're doing things. And we're finding, I've noticed the trend with InvestFest. First of all, you place yourself in the middle of college town, right? I saw so many people come to our booth that were actually college kids that also had 2 properties already. Right? And so because of that, for us, we're finding that more and more younger entrepreneurs want to get into the space of public speaking, learning to create passive streams of income using their intellectual property. And I just literally started talking about a vocal NFT. We've been talking about the AI world. It's just a lot happening. But the trend right now is a lot of people really want to get into this space. And with the digital age of TikTok, Instagram, lives, podcasting, we're thriving in this industry right now.
So who do you work most with, public speakers or entrepreneurs that just want to just be able to communicate?
Public speakers that are entrepreneurs. It's really a hybrid. And it's not just public speakers. We have a lot of entertainers now that are crossing over. Interestingly enough, last year I started working with NFL players and WNBA players. We have a lot of athletes now that are either getting injured, they're getting cut from the team, and a lot of them don't know who they are beyond the court or the field. And so it's kind of interesting, the dynamic that I've been now connected to, where I have a lot of athletes that want to learn how to get into the public speaking space and they don't know their value. A lot of them deal with imposter syndrome and value syndrome. And so they don't know what to charge. They go and they speak for free. As a matter of fact, I met Eric Thomas at the age of 19. Eric and I were doing ministry together. So Eric would go to schools and speak for free, and I would sing. And then I met Jeremy, and we started doing things together. And I've seen the evolution of ET, but it's interesting to me how these athletes and these speakers, they don't know their value. And so now they're learning about how to charge, but then also how to business and entrepreneur that part of them, which a lot of them don't do.